Imagine someone old enough to know the difference between right and wrong, committing murder or another violent crime as an adult, yet getting a lighter punishment simply because they are under 18. Today, I will show you why violent juvenile offenders should be tried as adults, because serious crimes need serious punishment. Now, let's talk about facts, not opinions. According to the Office of Juvenile Justice and Crime Prevention, juvenile courts handled about 2,200 homicide cases, 7,100 rape cases, and almost 33,000 aggravated assault cases. These are not small offenses, they are serious crimes that can change or even end someone's life. We are talking about juvenile offenders who are old enough to take responsibility for their actions. If the crime is well planned, it means they clearly know what they are doing. They must finally face the consequences of their terrible actions. We have already talked about offenders, but we need to talk about the victims and their family because they are the ones who suffer the most. According to the California courts website, victims of crime suffer physical injuries, emotional trauma, psychological stress, and financial losses. There are even many cases where the victim loses their life, leaving their families to deal with the consequences forever. And that's exactly why they need justice. They need to protect the rights of victims and their families. They are not to blame for suffering because of what criminals do. I will not sleep peacefully if the criminal who hurt me and my family so much were still on the streets or had not been punished in a way that matches the seriousness of the crime. They deserve to know that the justice system takes these crimes seriously. We have already talked about the offender and the victim. Now, let's talk about the community, our community, for the present and the future. According to the National League of Cities, protecting the public is one of the top priorities when a violent juvenile commits crimes like murder or rape. The justice system should also focus on keeping innocent people safe. When a serious crime happens, whether committed by an adult or a juvenile, people in the community can feel unsafe and afraid. It can even affect the parents' ability to let their children have more freedom in public because they are afraid something might happen to them. That's why we must think ahead. We want a safe society to punish juveniles who dare to commit serious crimes, and to make them understand that there will be real consequences, punishments that will change the way they think. For this reason, trying violent juvenile offenders as adults in these serious cases can help protect our communities and show that public safety comes first. In conclusion, as I said through this speech, I believe that juvenile offenders who commit violent crimes should be tried as adults. I explained why serious crime deserves serious consequences, why victims and their families deserve justice, and why protecting public safety must always be the priority. The harm they cause cannot be ignored simply because of their age. We must also remember that victims and their families, they deserve to know that the justice system take these crimes with a seriousness they deserve, and what those um, who commit them will be held responsible for their actions. Now, I invite you to learn more about juvenile justice laws, look at both sides of this discussion, and form your own opinion. If after listening to this presentation, you believe that violent juvenile offenders should face more serious consequences, do not remain silent. Talk about this issue with your friends or your family or classmates, and take part of the discussion. Thank you.